Joining us now to discuss how mental health does and does not correlate with gun violence, we're joined by Dr. Aditi Nerurkar. She's a Harvard med physician and medical commentator. Dr. Aditi, I kind of want to peel back the layers on some of the stats that the viewers just heard. I do wonder here, because oftentimes mass shootings and the information that comes out, it's about the mental health of the shooter. Is that correlation based in science, though? Scientifically, is there any proof that the mental health of the shooter has anything to do with the violence of that person and their willingness to commit a violent act?
You know, Ashley, that is misguided and it is a myth. We know that there is no causal link between mental illness and gun violence. The U.S. has the same prevalence of mental illness as other countries in the world. However, we are an outlier when it comes to gun violence and gun ownership. There are more guns than people here in the U.S., and that is the driver, not mental illness.
You know, you have talked about something interesting in the past. You call it a cycle of trauma that we all experience as a society after mass shootings. I think we can all kind of name the things that we can expect to happen. Thoughts and prayers are on that list, right? So there is a woman whose response to that cycle is going viral. I want to watch it with you for a quick second.
Aren't you guys tired of this? Are you guys sick of it? We have to do something. We'll all have to call our lawmakers, and we all have to make our lawmakers make change now, or this is going to keep happening, and it's going to be your kid and your kid and your kid and your kid next, because it's just a matter of time.
Dr. Aditi, I see you kind of like taking deep breaths and like nodding your head, because this is exhausting for all of us to talk about. I wonder, what do you fear are the long-term effects on our society, on our children, of these things happening in a cyclical nature?
I think this cycle of trauma is relentless and there is no recovery period. We are in the 100th day of the year and it is the 130th mass shooting. And this cycle of trauma that is repeated again and again and again without a recovery can have huge, long-lasting implications on the brain. The way we process stress, not just adults and children, but everyone, because the human brain is not designed to sustain this level of trauma over and over again.
Yeah. And to that point, yesterday, the American Academy of Pediatrics, they tweeted this: gun violence is a threat to children everywhere. As pediatricians, we continue to advocate for policies to keep kids safe and to end gun violence. I know that this is a conversation you're passionate about. I feel like I have seen medical professionals be more willing to speak out about this more publicly. What do you feel your role is as a physician? What do other physicians tell you they feel their role is in sparking change? Because you would think at its surface that the two aren't related.
I'm glad that you asked this, Ashley, because I spoke to several of my colleagues, my physician colleagues in Nashville at Vanderbilt about this very incident. And it is so important for everyone to recognize that gun violence and particularly gun reform are public health issues. They impact all of us, children, adults, families, communities. And it is important and vital for all of us to get involved to make change happen now.
Dr. Aditi Nerurkar, as always, thank you for your wisdom. We appreciate you and your time.
Thanks, Ashley, for having me.